everyone, welcome to my channel, Stitching is Elementary. My name is Carol Lee, and happy December. This is going to be my first Flossmas video, and I'm going to have a WIP parade, a Christmas WIP parade, and a new start, a bag of new starts that I want to start. So this is a kitted parade, I guess. As usual, I have way more plans than I will ever get done. I am going to try Flossmas this year, obviously. I'm still sitting here not sure. First I was like, well, I'll do it every other day for 12 days, maybe 13. And then I was like, well, maybe I'll just do it every day, but I don't know what I would do every day. And then I'm like, well, actually doing it every week would really be the most manageable thing to do. So I'm still not sure exactly. So you'll find out if I'm here again tomorrow. So I might do every day, or I might just go to every other day, or I might do once a week. So I have to decide. So let me know in the comments which you think is a good idea. Because remember, I do teach school and I am really tired at night. Otherwise, I'd say for sure I could do it every day. I'm thinking maybe in the morning before school because I get up super early. Possibly. I don't know. So I'm going to have to decide here, like now. Tonight, and decide what I'm going to do. Today is actually Sunday, November 30th. So I'm going to try to film the night before probably, since I do have to work all day. By the time I'd get home and get it done and uploaded for that day, I think wouldn't work. So I'm going to try to, I'll be a night behind each time. So this will go up tomorrow, December 1st. And then on December 1st at night, I would film for the next morning for December 2nd and that way. So we'll see what happens. But I am so excited for December and I have so many fun plans. And I thought for Flossmas, I could show what I'm stitching every day. I'll be honest, I'm kind of getting the idea from Adelaide Stitches. She does like, if you haven't followed Adelaide Stitches, she's from Australia. And she does like, she did 31 days of Halloween. And then she did Nature November where she did like a certain amount of days of all nature stitching. And I think it's really fun. So that's why I was thinking like 12 days of Christmas and do it every other day. That might be what I do. Because then it's a little less than every day, but it's still cool too. Because I like seeing her progress, you know, how much she gets done each night. I think that's fun. So anyway, I'm going to decide here tonight and then we'll move forward from there. But if you have an opinion about it, please put it in the comments. I'd love to know what you think. So I thought I could show my stitching. I could show whatever quilting I get done. I'm not sure how much I'll get done right now. I have 2 Christmas quilts to bind. But you know, there's always tons of projects in the queue. And I have the Hobby House holiday mystery box I have coming. Now, I love Hobby House going there and I love all their products and everything, but customer service is not the best. Every time I email them, I either don't get an answer or I get an answer like weeks or months later. And it's not always the most friendly answer, which I know they're really nice. I've met them when I've been there and stuff, but anyway, I find their customer service to be difficult. So I don't know if it's coming because I ordered it weeks and weeks ago, but I've gotten no email about it or anything. So if that comes, we'll go through over that. And then I enrolled in, and you could still get this, the Blueberry Ridge Design 2025 Winter Wonderland Advent Stitch. So it starts today. So I just got the first part. So it's going to be once a week all through December. So there's 4 installments, I guess. So I can show my progress on that and all the zillions of patterns I have for WIPs and for new starts. Yeah, so that's my plan. So I hope you have lots of fun plans for Christmas as well. I'm going to get started because it's going to take a long time. You may want to watch this video in like multiple parts. Okay, so WIPs first of all. So I did go through all my WIPs already. I was going to come on and just go through them with you, and I thought, well, I can't make plans if I don't know what I'm dealing with. So, oh, I know what else I was going to tell you. To decide what I'm going to stitch every day, this is also copying from, well, Adelaide Stitches is where I heard it recently, but I have heard someone else use this before. It's the tiny decision wheel. So you click a wheel and it tells you what to stitch. So I made one for Christmas WIPs, and you do have to pay for this app, but I'm going to pay for it for this month and see what I think. And I made one for new starts. So I'm going to spin it to see what WIP I'm going to work on each day and then what new start I'm going to start. I'm not sure. I know I have 4 or 5 I definitely want to start, but I don't think I'll start something every day. I don't know. I was so good about doing my WIPs and not starting new things for like a month and a half, maybe a little more. As far as Craft Stitch goes, I am like into all the new things. And then I thought I'll do a video on, I have a bunch of new Joan Elliott's I've gotten. And I'm going to start one of her Santas, so I could do a video on that. So yeah, so just if there's any other content you're interested in, like I'm never sure what people like. Like I thought about doing, like right now, I have started decorating for Christmas, and I thought about doing like a video showing like what a mess things are, and then, you know, as I go through and organize it and decorate and everything, put everything away. But I don't know if I like those kind of videos. I don't know if anybody else does. I love before and afters. When I went to school to be, so I'm a teacher, but I had thought very strongly about being a designer, interior designer, because I love that kind of stuff. So I love seeing like the before and then how you've organized it and designed it afterwards. Okay, anyway, so Tiny Decisions app is cool. So you just spin it. So that's what I'll do no matter when I come in, whether it's if I come in every week, I'll just tell you what I stitched on, but I wouldn't spin it right there with you. But if I come in every day or every other day, I could do that. I really want to do every day or every other day. I'm just not sure if I have enough to show. I mean, I guess just my stitching would be enough, but I don't know. We'll see. Okay. Anyway, let's get started. And these are in no particular order. There's some that are really calling to me and others that aren't so much. So we'll see. The ones that are really calling to me, I put twice on my wheel because you can do that, or you can weight them different. And then they get like a bigger, like, so you'll see, oh, that's new starts. So not new starts, I did not rate different, but if you look at my WIPs, see how some are bigger, those I weighted differently because I really want to work on those. So I think that's cool too. Okay, this one I did not weigh greatly. I love it, but I'm not that it's not calling to me. It's from the Blackbird Designs Home for the Holidays book. Hopefully this lighting is good. It is super dark and rainy here today. But I figured out putting, I have this lamp, and if I put it behind my camera, it seems to look pretty good. Okay, so this is Christmas Garden. And I am doing it with the Vicki Clayton Silks, but I changed the red. So the one she puts in goes with how it is in the book, and it's a more rusty kind of light rusty red. It's not a pure red. I changed it to a pure red. So here are my colors. You can see pretty good. And I have not worked on this in quite a while. This is on 36 count something. It looks like cream and sugar. But there is my progress. So that's why I think this wheel is good, because I probably would not work on this at all if I didn't spin it on the wheel. And I would really like to have it done. I'm just, for some reason, certain things you're in the mood to work on more than others. So, okay, next. We're going to try to go kind of quick through these. Oh, okay, so this is a new start, actually. And it's a gift. Well, it's got 2 things in here. Some of these are my little Amazon project bags, because I don't have enough Christmas pretty ones. So Greta, my daughter Greta, if you are watching, which I don't think she is. I don't think she watches them anymore, but go away, because this is for you. Okay, so give her a minute. All right. So she lost her dog of many, many years. She got him when she was like 18 or 19, and she's 30 something now. And it was just the love of her life, this dog. And he loved bears, teddy bears. And so she would go to, like every holiday, every birthday, she would go to Build-A-Bear and get a bear for him. And he loved him. He just suckled on him. And he would always like bite the ears off, which was so funny. So she's been very sad. He lived a good long time, especially considering he was a Great Dane mix. So he lived to be, 12, I think he was, when he passed away. He just passed away a couple months ago. Anyway, she's obviously still she's very sad. She just loved that dog a lot. He was a very sweet dog. But bears are kind of her symbol now. So I decided to make her a I have this is it Mill Hill? Oh no, it's Dimensions Gold, I think. Yeah, Dimensions Gold kit with this bear in the stocking. And I like these. I've never had a Dimensions Gold. I have mostly Mill Hills because they are on plastic canvas. And I think that is really fun to stitch on. So the kit came with the floss, on these nice little floss cards. And you would think being this long it would get knotted up, but it is not. It's actually working really nice. And so what I do is I just wrap it around. I was just working on this, that's why it's unwrapped. And I keep it like that in my bag. So here's the floss colors. And I made a working copy of it because it's lots of confetti kind of style stitching. But here is my progress so far. But I love this little, it looks like almost like an 18 count plastic canvas. It's just so much more sturdy than the paper that it's nice to stitch on. Okay, and then in this other one, this is also a new start I was thinking of doing. And honestly, with Greta in mind, I don't know if she would want it, but if not, I would keep it. So I'm trying to find the picture. This is a new design by Darlene Dion Designs. I am loving all her little pillar designs. If you have not seen Darlene Dion Designs, I'll link her below. She's on Etsy, and she does floss tubes too. I don't have just a picture. Shoots. But it's called, maybe I found it on Instagram. Hold on. It's called My Favorite Color is Christmas Lights. Let me see if I can find it. And when I saw it, it reminded me of a memory from when Greta was little. So Greta was not the easiest child, to say the least. She was the most strong-willed of all four of my kids. Sorry, 4 because we have neuro. But we didn't get him until he was sophomore in high school. But all 3 of my personal children, she was the strongest of all. Just difficult until she got to be in high school, and then she's been the best adult ever. But she was just, which I think that happens a lot. She's got a lot of ideas, a lot of opinions. She gets bored very easily. So as a child, she couldn't express that, but she was hard. Anyway, we were taking her to see the Christmas lights. We lived in Florida, in Coral Springs, Florida. Sorry, it's hard to type and find things and produce. Okay. And there's this, I can't remember, there's this big park. And anyway, they have tons of Christmas lights and you can drive through. So we were taking her to see the Christmas lights, and she was mad about something in the car. I don't remember what. She was often mad about something. She's such an awesome adult now, though. I feel bad making her sound like this. But I'm like, oh, I'm trying to cheer up. I'm like, we're going to go see the Christmas lights or whatever. And she just goes, I hate the lights. And so we've teased her about that forever. I hate the lights. So this is it. It's called My Favorite Color is Christmas. But I thought I was going to stitch it and up there put, I hate the lights in quotations. And give it to her, but then I thought she might not actually want that. But I would, so maybe it's funny. I don't think she remembers. She was very small. But so I was going to make it like that, but I found a car design that I'm going to take out these middle trees, the 3 middle trees, and put a car in there for that. This is the little car design. Just to remember that we were in the car when we were driving into this place. But then I'd also like to just stitch it like this too. I think that'd be pretty as well. So we'll see. So that would be a new start. But I do have it all kitted up. I have that 20 count cappuccino Ada that I got. And then these are the called for flosses, just DMC. So that is a WIP and a new start. Possible new start. So I have 3 of my own children, and then a boy named Nura came to live with us when he was a sophomore in high school, and he went to the high school that my kids did and the school I taught at, and he was from Nigeria, and he came there to play basketball. Anyway, so he lived with us all through high school, all through college, and now he's married and he lives in Houston. So we never really adopted him because he had family in Nigeria, and that we were just his family here. So anyway, that's why it's like that. We think of him as our kid, but I didn't have him when he was little. I wish. I was thinking the other day because I was making my kids. I have these mats that are like K through senior year of school, and it's all their pictures. And for him, I just have his senior picture, and I wish I could somehow. I wonder if with AI, if I could somehow put in his picture now and get like what it would have been K through all of high school. I don't know if that's possible, but with AI, who knows? So anyway, because I would love to have that for him. Okay. Oh, this one. This is exciting. So I was going through these and I realized I had a lot done in this. So I only have a few more to do. So anyway, every year Erica Arndt, Confessions of a Homeschooler, she does quilting, she does cross stitch, she does, I'm sure you've heard of her, but if you haven't, you need to check her out. Crochet, like spinning fibers, stuff I don't even understand. But she always has these 12 days of stitchy ornaments. So I have this set every year. She does a different like theme on them. And I have these So Jolly ones, which are so cute. These aren't even just Christmas. I mean, they're like just sewing stuff. You could keep them up all year long. Well, I knew I started them, but I have a lot of these done and they're so quick. So I am definitely going to finish this. This year I am putting up a little tree in my sewing room and I want to hang these all on. So here is what I have done on those. And I just used the called for and then some of my own. I just changed the pink, I think, up and maybe one of the blues. So that's what I just finished up this morning. And so you can do these like these and finish them in those little Fat Quarter Shop tins, which I only have 6, so I ordered more this morning because there's 12 of these. I'm trying really hard not to buy a lot because you know I'm bad about that. And I just had this oral surgery. I had to pay for it and everything. So I'm trying to hurry about like stuff. I'm buying stuff. I need to finish other stuff. I thought that's okay. Other than that, I'm trying not to buy anything new. Okay, for me this month because Christmas shopping and stuff as well. So anyway. But you can also do these as all one piece, which I'll show you here in a minute. Sewing machine. All 12 together, and she gives you like a little border option. Oh my gosh, I love these. They're going to be so cute. I have a white tree with colored lights. I think it'd be cute. That could be another video. You could decorate the tree with me. Finish these and we could decorate the tree. Okay, so that's all I have done. And then I started the 9th one this morning after I finished that one, which is, so there's 12 of them. So the 9th one, I can't show you because this is just the chart, but it's the jars of little needlework accessories. So I'm super excited that I have more of that done. I'm actually going to finally have them done this year. I always want to do a stitchy tree and I never have anything done. I'm just so bad about all of this stuff. Starting all the things and not finishing anything. So for the 12 days of stitchy ornaments, I just got this one. Is this one done? Yeah. Yeah, it's done. I think it's really cute. This is on a sparkly 14 count Aida. So those ones, I think I'm going to finish like she did in these hoops too. So, and then she has new ones, many different sets from different years. I just combined all my floss. I need to organize my floss. Okay, want to see the inside of this bag? So this is both projects floss now all combined. I did have them like separated a little bit, but yeah. What I'm doing for stuff like this now is I got more Flossaway bags. I am just putting the DMC in Flossaway bags when I'm in a hurry. Because if I'm in a hurry and I have to put them all on thread drops, I'm not going to do it. Because then I can put them on thread drops later, but it's so much quicker to just put them in a Flossaway bag. And Hobby Lobby, you can get them so cheap. It's really nice. Okay, what's next? Ooh, that's the other thing I need to do for Flossmas. There's a couple of these I'm going to work on every day. This WIP is one that I'm going to work on every day. So it's going to be like a focus project. The rest I'm just going to spin and work on it that day. There was one other one. Maybe it was the Blueberry Ridge one I was thinking I'd work on every day. Yeah, so, well, I mean, these are just, you know me, usually when I say it, I totally change the way I'm going to do it, but this is what I'm thinking. So this is the Lizzie Kate Jingles, and I really want to do Lizzie Kate's Christmas rules and her Halloween rules, but I started the Jingles and the Tingles, and I'm like, okay, so I need to finish these first. So they're all these little ones, and I think you get, do you get 2 in a pack? No, you get 1. This is what it looks like finished. And I started the first block of this ages ago. I think this is the one I have either done or started. But they're so cute. I need to work on them. So I think that's what this wheel will help me. I think I put this on for twice. Oh no, you know what? I didn't put this on the wheel because I'm going to work on it every day anyway. And the Flossmas videos will just be, they won't be long. So I won't need that much, right? I'm always worried about not having enough content. Okay, this is on 28 count ale sparkle, like, or ale, whatever you call it, where it has the sparkle in it. Yeah, so I had that one done and I started the second one. It's a big long piece, and I had gotten I think I got a yard, and then I cut it into 2 pieces, one for the tingles and one for the jingles, or a half yard. I don't know what that would end up being. And here are the floss. I'm thinking this is like similar to called for because there's some Victorian motto in here which would not be called for. I don't think Victorian motto even makes floss anymore. Okay, all right, this one. I was torn on this one with the colors. So I've talked about my kitchen is blues and greens, mostly blues, but I painted the coffee bar thing like a teal blue. That's what I like. I just like blues. But for Christmas decor, that makes it slightly challenging. So now with that teal blue instead of the black hutch I used to have, it's nice. I can use all those vintage like shiny bright ornaments and incorporate the pinks and the teals and the reds and the blues all together, and it looks cute. But when I started this, I wasn't sure what I was doing. And this is on black, and then so I went in there with, I'm like, it's gonna look good in there on black. I'm really bad about wanting things to like really match well. So I changed the color of the blue. I changed it to the blue, but then I thought I'd like to bring that teal in somewhere. So what I decided, and I thought I want to restart, and this is pretty, it looks good on the black. So I'm going to actually change, even though I love these greens, these are some of my favorite greens. Whoops. I'm going to change one of them to, or maybe both of them, to a tealy green, and it will kind of match my kitchen better. So I pulled out some. So these are the called for, except, well, the blue might have been, for this one she gave lots, this is Shannon Christine, sorry, lots of color options. If you go to her site or her Facebook page or somewhere, she gave options for purples, for pinks, for blues, for I think even yellows, and then just the regular option, which was like aquas. So I'm using the call for colors otherwise. Did I bring both the teals in here? No, I don't think I did. Okay, oh yeah, I did. Here it is. So what I was thinking was changing these greens, which I love these greens, but just so it went more in my kitchen, to these tealy blues. And I might even make one a little darker, although on the, I don't want it too dark because this is black, you know, it's chalkboard. So I was thinking of changing them to that. So looking at it on our camera, I feel like they need to be a little darker, a little more green maybe. Yeah, so I don't know. We'll see. I'm still unsure about that one. I went and bought like all the DMC teals, and so I'll just have to go through and see what I think looks still like a tree. Like I don't want to look, you know, not like a tree, but more on the tealy green side. Oh, okay. This one I started as like we were doing a stitch along with. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna blank on her name. The girl from Canada. I didn't write it down. I'm just like, anyway, we started this as a stitch along. And this is as far as I ever got. And this was a few years ago. So it's Plum Street Samplers. I don't know if she ever finished it, but This Joyous Season, which I love. It's very pretty. I love it. Once again, I just stop up on things. Although I've been doing a lot of Plum Street lately, so maybe here are the flosses I'm using. I think they're called for, but yeah, I think they are. There might be more DMC than is called for. Might be the DMC conversions, because it looks like there's a bunch of Weeks Dye Works, although I have quite a few Weeks Dye Works. So yeah, I think this is called for, and it is on, they did it on Up in the Attic. This is not. This is like that natural with the little snowflakes. So that's my progress, wrinkled as it may be. So that would be nice to get a little bit more done on that one. What are your plans for Christmas? Are you insane like me? Or are you like working on one or two things? Okay, this one I put on my wheel because I should work on it, but I don't know why, I just don't want to. I was making this for Greta also. Oops. Bothy Threads Nutcracker, but I started it years and years and years and years ago. I don't know why, I just never really want to work on it. I think partly it's on Weeks Not Zweigart, which actually I was talking about my Mirabilias with that. I started my Mirabilia on the Weeks and it was not bad at all. And I'm looking at this one, it's not that bad. It's just a little more loosey-goosey, but I don't know if it's not the colors I'm loving. I'm not sure what I'm not loving about this, but I should just keep working on it because it's pretty fabric. It's really wrinkled. So I was just doing the border and I'm not even done with the border. And it's kind of a mess. I made Greta the, I gotta make Ellie some stuff. I've been making Greta all this stuff. I make Ellie quilts more and Greta cross stitch more. I don't know why. But I have some plans to make Ellie stuff and I need to get to it. But anyway, I made her the Shannon Christine Nutcracker, which I've shown in prior videos. We got it all framed though. Did I show it framed? I don't know. I'll try to take a picture of it and show you in another video. It's so pretty, but she collects nutcrackers. Greta is nuts because she loves the ballet nutcracker, and so that's her thing. So she just gets lots of nutcrackers. In fact, I have found such a cool one. Let me show you a picture at a local antique store that I love here, and I should have got it for her. I thought about it and I thought, well, I don't know if she'll like that kind. Should I get it? You know, it's like $100. I should have gotten it because, well, I went back and it was gone. And then I Google Lensed it and I found it on eBay for like $285. Look at him. Isn't he cute? And he's holding a little nutcracker. She was like, oh, I love that. So I'm going to keep looking at antique stores, see if I can find another one, but I kind of doubt it. I think it was like Christopher Radicchio or something nutcracker. He's so cool. Anyway, when you see something you really like at an antique store, just buy it. Because every time I don't, I go back and it's gone. My antique store, it's called Queen of Hearts. They have one here in Marietta and they have one, I think, up in Alpharetta. And they have a sign in there that says, I'm not going to get it right, but something to the effect of, what you see today and decide to think about tonight and come back and get tomorrow, someone who saw it yesterday is coming back to get it today. Like, so you're not going to have it. Okay, so this one is from White House Stitchery, and they were a mother and daughter floss tuber duo called Crafty Cottage Stitches, and they've been away for about a year or so, and they just made another video, and now they're calling it, I'm sorry girls, white cottage something, I think. I'll link it below. I'm sorry, I can't remember. But this is Heather, the daughter. She has an Etsy shop, and I kind of forgot about it, honestly, because I hadn't seen her in a while, and whatever. She has such cute designs in there, so it's, I think, I'll link them both below. Something with white and cottage and bar, I'm not sure, but anyway. This was her Jolly 9 patch, and this is just, you could buy in, so it's 3 different, like you buy 3 different files, and there's three sections in each one. So this is the first section, and that's all I bought so far because I thought I'll buy them as I do them, and then I didn't do them. So I'm trying to decide. I think I'm going to just do them separately and make them into little pillows, like those Lori Hope pillows, and put them in a bowl instead of doing them all together and then having something else to frame. So I think that's what I'm thinking right now. And I just have a little start, and once again, this was years ago. It's all DMC, really pretty colors. And I just started this little with the snowflake. This is on either 28 or 32 count vintage country mocha. So these would probably not take it all long to stitch, like the sewing room ornaments. If I just did like one a day, that probably would not be hard at all. But once again, just need to do it. Okay. Oh, I like this one, but this is another one that does not call to me, obviously, you'll see. So it's Stacy Nash Primitives, Gathering the Greens. And it's so cute. Look at it, that little yellow house. I just love the colors. I'm using the Call for Weeks. Really pretty. Very kind of prim and vintagey. And this looks like Weeks Dye Works Beige, 36 count. Excuse me, let me see what the call for is. Confederate gray. So Weeks Dye Works gray. And here's my very sad little start. That's it. Just those little leaves. So definitely need to make some progress on that. Because that's very pathetic. But it's not the last of the pathetic starts. There's more. Let's see. Oops. All right. Oh, yeah. This one I just started last year. This is Quilted. Let's see. Let's see if I can find the actual name of the whole chart. Quilted Christmas by Emily Call. She has such cute stuff too, and I don't think I've ever even finished anything of hers. But I see stuff on Instagram all the time, and I'm like, oh, I love that. I want to stitch it right now, and then I never do. So this is one of those where I did print it out, buy it, print it out, kit it up, and I started stitching it right now, but then I never got back to it. And it wouldn't take that long. But you get all three in here. And I think I started on the tree, and I am using, I think similar to Call For, because I wanted to start it right away. Yeah, because it calls for sulky, gentle arcs, Weeks Dye Works, so I just picked similar colors. Most of them are color. They're all color and cotton, which I love color and cotton. I love that pink. And it's on some, let's see, ooh, has a tag on it, hallelujah. Oh, 36 count Cocoa Weeks Dye Works from Colorado Cross Stitcher. I love when they put the tags on so that I can't lose it. So there, look, that tree is almost done, isn't it? Let's look. I think it is. All right, so there's the tree. Heart, tree, needle, words. What do I have? Heart, tree, needle, words, scissors. What am I missing? Trimming the tree. This might be done. This is done. Oh my gosh. All right, well, this one's done. I didn't even realize that. So I just need to do the other two, but I should finish this one now so I can have it out. That's the other thing. I need to get those ornaments done. I'm going to finish them. I always say that, like, you see this dust right now? There's still all this Halloween stuff on here. I never finished. That's what I was thinking. I could take you around and show you, like, look at this hot mess. And then I would have to fix it because I would have to show you it fixed. That's really what this all comes down to. If I tell you and I show you a mess, then I'm going to be embarrassed unless I fix it and get it done. So then I have to fix it, and so it makes me do it. There's the truth in all of it. That is one thing with Floss too. When I think of not doing it, sometimes I'll think, well, maybe I'm not going to do it anymore. But it just keeps me accountable. It keeps, like, because I enjoy showing you, but I have to have some time to show you. More information that you needed, right? Okay. Here's another one I started for Greta. Oh, she's not watching this. Where is it? Okay, so it's the Satsuma Street Drosselmeyer. Once again, she loves a nutcracker. And I have like a bunch of these. I have Clara. I had the fairy one. Oh yeah, here it is. Oh, look, I have a good bit of this done too. So this is on perforated gold paper. And I think you do that little doll separately. Yeah, you do him. I can't show you the chart, but you do him separately. But look, that did not take long. A lot done. I need to get back to it. Here's the floss and beads. So today is just Christmas. I do have to do another regular floss too because I do have my Thanksgiving progress to show. But I guess I'll do that on one of my Flossmases. Just show you, like, do a regular floss tube for my Flossmas because Otherwise it won't be till January and I'll probably put it all away and forgot about it. Okay, so this is from the Jingle Ball last year. This is the Lori Holt bag. I don't know about you. I'm sure there's a little both. There's probably some of you amazing people who only get what you're going to stitch and you get it and you stitch it and you finish it. That's who I thought I was going to be when I started cross stitching. I should have known better because I'm not that way in quilting, but I swore I was going to be that way in cross stitching. I have gone to the Jingle Ball every year and bought everything I wanted and stitched none of it so far. I finished nothing. Some of them I've started, but most I haven't even started. So this one I got last year. I know it's terrible. Gingerbread House Sewing Book, which I know you've seen, I'm sure. Everybody and their mother loved this one. I was doing it. If this is your style. I think it's adorable. Although I've been thinking about it more. I don't think I'm gonna make it into a sewing book because I don't really use that. I think I'm gonna make it into a cute pillow. And then, excuse me. She's coming out with new ones for the Jingle Ball. One is a little mouse animal crackers and one is a little gingerbread guy. And I so want to sign up for the class, but I already don't have this done. And they'll come out next year, I think. So I'm going to be strong and I'm not going to sign up for the class because I'm not going to go to the class. Usually I sign up for these classes, I don't even go to them. And I never get the stuff stitched for them. So I got closer to doing it this year. So every year I get a little closer. This I thought I had, okay, well, let me show you what I did last year. Sorry, I'm rambling. This is all called for. It's called for floss, all the finishing for the book. But I thought I think it's cute as a book, it'd be pretty, but I want to display this like in my kitchen. And I'm just not gonna, so I'm gonna make it into a little pillow. Here's my, another little pathetic start. That's literally it. So I was gonna work on this, a couple different floss tubers were having a like stitch along where it was like, okay, start and finish Jingle Ball stuff you've never finished before the Jingle Ball gets here. And I was going to do that with this one, but I could not find the chart anywhere. And I knew I had saved it. Well, anyway, it was in there. I finally found it. But obviously not going to get done anytime real soon. So I'd like to get some progress on this, but I'm going to make myself wait until next year to get the other two. But then I think I'll stitch them all and eventually years down the road, finish them into pillows and have them all kind of in my kitchen together. They'd be cute instead of little needle books and stuff. So I signed up for 2 classes this year. The one I totally kitted up, which you'll see in my kitted parade. But the other one, I didn't even kit up yet. And neither are going to be done, obviously. So they may not even be started. So I should not sign up for any other classes, right? Right. All right, we're almost done. Okay, let's see what we got here. Oh yeah, this one was another one I'm not sure. And this really pretty bag. Who's this bag by? Dot Goose. So this is Stitch at the Housewives Jingle Bell Cafe. And I didn't want to do it on black, even though it looks good on black. But once again, I've taken most of the black out. Well, I have black in my family room, but I want this in the kitchen. And there's no more black in my kitchen. So last year I had started it on, this is a, if I were on a whim, one of their colors, I'm not sure which one it is. And I mean, it looks cute, but I feel like I'm missing that chalkboard look. So then I was thinking about restarting it. So last year I was thinking about this. So I pulled out this chalkboard black and I just restarted the top. But I'm just, like, I have so much done on this and it looks cute and I don't want to take a lot of time to redo all that. So then I'm like, well, I could also, this color goes really nice with my kitchen. I could do it on that, like a colored chalkboard. So that's an option. Or I could take this color or a little darker and I thought fill in around the bakeries where it would normally be black. I can make it that color. I don't know why nothing's being like, oh yeah, do that. I love that idea. I'm just like, I don't want to restart this. I want to use this because it was a lot of work. But I also want to love it when I'm done. So I don't know. So I've got all of these in here. And I need to make a decision. And I am using the called for floss. And then I also have in here this one, which I think is adorable. And once again, I would probably do in those colors, but probably not on black. Maybe on like a dark teal. But I think that's really cute too. Now, like, I'll still do her chalkboard ones like that new vintage Santa she has I want to do. And I would do that on black because, or dark gray, because I have gray all in my family room. That's where that will go. But if it goes in the kitchen, I don't really want it on black. This year, at least. Next year, it could change. Yeesh. That's my other problem. I change my mind so much. Ugh, I can't even keep up with myself. Okay. How many more do I have here? Let's see. Ooh, I think this might be the last one. Yes, this is. Oh, wait. Second to last one. Okay. Well, this was another one I started last year during, okay, so Jingle Ball, and did not get much done. It wasn't, I started at the Jingle Ball, but Christmas Swan. This wasn't from the Jingle Ball, though. You can just get this. It's Brenda Gervais. But once again, it's a really sad little start. I just started the swan. I'm not even sure if that's right side up or upside down. I love swans though, so I really want to finish this one. I think this one I put twice on my wheel because I would really like this. One's been falling to me. And then this one I can work in winter also, but this is Pigeon Coop Designs Cardinal, and I just have a PDF, so I don't have him. See, I have him in my Markup XP. Let's see what I have done. Okay, it's called Festive Cardinal from Pigeon Coop Designs. He has a lot, if you haven't heard of him, he has a book out in the forest or something with lots of really nature designs, and a lot of designs I think would be good for guys too because they're not like frilly or anything, but a lot of birds. He has a swan that's really pretty also. This one is Festive Cardinal, and I am 26.02% done. I've done 523 stitches, and I have 1,487 left to do. So yeah. And I'm using the call for DMC. Okay, my last WIP is in my Santa bag, and I put this one on at least a couple times. I weighted this one pretty heavily because I really want to get this guy done. I'm loving this one. I'm loving the fabric. I'm loving everything about it. So it is Merry Old Soul by Brenda Gervais. And every time I see Christy of Cross Hatch Gold show this one, I'm like, oh, I need to finish that. He's so cute. Now, question is, did I change? Like, I feel like I changed the colors because I like a pinky red. I didn't write it on here. Yeah, so it calls for Chili Pepper, Classic Colorworks, and Campfire. And I am using Simply Shaker Schoolhouse Red for my darker red, and Watermelon actually from Weeks Dye Works because I love this color red. I think of it as a fig tree red almost. So those are the two colors I'm using. The rest may be called for. And I'm doing it on a pretty teal fabric, tealy aqua, which is really wrinkled, but there is my progress. And I would love to get him done this year. We'll see. He's so cute though. I love him. I'm trying to be more patient and just stitch with the seasons, because when you stitch this many different things, you're just not going to get done with everything in, you know, in that season. I wanted to for so long. I just wanted to finish everything before the season got here. It just doesn't work. My real life. So we'll see. I'm learning to be patient. So that is all my Christmas WIPs. Okay. So if I were you, I would stop the video now. I would take a break. I would go get a cup of something yummy. I would go do some things around the house, go for a walk, and then come back and watch the rest. That's what I wish I could do, but my husband and I were thinking of going to an antique store around 1, so I need to get done. And I have stitching and cleaning up to do. Okay. So WIP parade. So I got this idea from Christy, Cross Hatch Quilts. She keeps all her kitted up things, I think, and maybe all her WIPs in a bag like this. I decided, since I have these bins for my WIPs, I just keep my kitted up stuff in here. It's way too much. But here we go. Okay. So this is the Jingle Ball class I signed up for. I signed up for hands-on design Santa, what's it called? Santa Stand Up? Stand Up for Santa. And I think he's adorable. And I have a Santa collection that I display, and I would love to put him with it, and I really want to do him, so I'm going to get him started. He's not going to be done. When I signed up for it, I was like, I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna get it done, I'm gonna be ready for the class. No, I wish you could keep those classes though. I wish they weren't only available for like a month. I wish you could keep them like forever. That's the only thing. But I know she gives really good directions in here too. So I'll watch the class and that. So I am doing it on the called for, what is this? 20 count natural brown undyed linen. And similar to called for floss. They didn't have, I was having a hard time getting the reds that I needed. So I changed to the reds I like a little better anyway. So it's a little orangey red and a darker red. So this is 321 and 3801. This is 3801 and this is 321. I love the 3800s, I realize, of DMC. I love a lot of those colors. So for Christmas, I kind of like this combo. And then I got the greens that were called for, but the greens that were called for were slightly darker. It was 580 and I think 936. I think it was one off from these. So I got just the slightly brighter ones. So those are my greens. This is 581 and 937. I might be a little off on what the call for was for that. But then there's this call for brown, and this is pearl cotton. So you're doing it on basically like a 10 count. It's 20 count linen, but you're going over 2, so it's gonna be like 10 count. So it's gonna be nice and big. And this is the called for face. I just think that's really dark. So I also got this one, so we'll decide what skin I want. Only a teeny bit of his face shows. And then Blanc. And then it called for this Whisper, and I think it called for Whisper Accrue. Well, I could not find that anywhere in stock, so I got these 2 Whispers, and I'm gonna use this one, the brighter one. And then it called for chenille needles. So I have everything pretty much. I don't have everything to finish it, but I have everything to stitch it. So that is on my, did I put that on my wheel? I might not have, because I just need to start it for the class. So I might not have put that on as a new start. In fact, I may start it tonight or tomorrow. Let me see here. No, he's not on there. No, he's not on there. I think because I have to start it anyway. So if I would keep spinning the wheel and not get it, that wouldn't work. So I think that's why I didn't put that on there. Okay, but that's definitely a start here very soon. Because I mean, technically, if I started them today, if I didn't work on anything else, I could probably get them done by the class. But do you think that's gonna happen? Probably not. Okay. Oh, and this one. Okay. I don't think my husband watches this. Eric, if you watch these, don't watch this one. I'm embarrassed if he watches these. I don't think he does. He's never said he does. But he would know I would be embarrassed for him to watch it, so he wouldn't tell me probably anyway. Okay, so this is from, I can't show you because I just made a copy of the chart and I forgot to bring the magazine up. But the fall Just Cross Stitch magazine that has the Nature's Journey in it had this one in the back, and it's called, it's a little squirrel. It's taking me too long to find it. I'll show you my next one. And it's called Excuse Me, the Bird Feeder is Empty. That's just what it says on it. It has this little squirrel like this, and then it just says, Excuse me, the bird feeder is empty. So my husband is so into his birds, and he has tons of bird feeders out back, and he like bird watches, and he just loves it. And so, and the squirrels drive him crazy, because I've said before, we live in the woods. Well, he's got these bird feeders that are propped on the windows, like they're stuck to the windows too. And especially there's one right by my stitching chair in the family room. And I'll be sitting there and I'll hear boom. And I just look up and there's a squirrel just sitting right in the bird feeder, just eating away. So they drive him nuts. He's tried all different things to get rid of them. They still come back. So I thought that was really, really funny. So I think I'm going to do it. Now I may change this. So I pulled all the DMC. Here's the DMC. I am making one change. The words, I forget what color though. One of the words, empty, is in like a orangey color, I think. I'm going to do it in a blue. But the rest is, what's that one for? Hold on. I have 2 different patterns in here. Hold on. Okay, I'll show you that one in a minute. So I'm running out of bags, and so I have 2 charts in one bag. That's what happens when you kit up way too much stuff. Ooh, the heat came on. It was too hot for the heat on in this sweater. Okay, these are the colors. And I was thinking, I got this at my quilt store. They have a little corner of stitchy stuff, and they had this 32 count vintage Belfast, and this is going to be hanging in my kitchen, so I thought that would be pretty. So that has to be done by Christmas as well. So I also did not put that on my wheel because I'm just going to start that and get it done. And then this came up on Instagram the other day. It is by Monica's Stitching Studio, which was new to me. I've been seeing some of her stuff, and it's Santa's Alphabet Hill. And I know a lot of you don't like alphabets. I love a good alphabet. I guess it's the teacher in me, which I'm sure I've said before. So I love that. So I think I'm going to stitch him. I might stitch him on that same blue, I'm thinking. Or a gray, possibly. I haven't decided that for sure, but that's why I have him in here with us, I think. And here are the DMCs. I think it called actually for all hand-dyeds, and I just went through with my, yeah, it called for hand-dyeds. So here's what I did. So I went through, and that's my conversion to DMC, if you're interested. So, another fun one. This guy I am going to put on my new start wheel, or I did. Did I put him on? No, I'm going to put him on. I'm going to add him on there. Actually, let me do that right now. So this is cool. So see, here's where all the things are. I'll show you how to do this. So you just click add new option. And I'm just going to, so it shows you like that. And so I'm going to click on it. And I'm just going to type in Santa's, what's it called? Santa's Alphabet Hill. And then it says like 11% weight. So if I click on that weight, I can type in like, you don't want to type in like too much or it makes it huge. I wasn't really understanding how, like I was putting in, if I wanted to work on it twice, I was putting in double that. So like 22. Well, that makes it like half the chart. I wasn't totally understanding the math. So I'm going to put in like 12. And then save. So see, I put in 12% instead of 11% weight. And then if I click save, oh, that still shows way too much. Why is that? Okay, it's showing like that. I'm not sure why that is. So I need to reset that. Oh, because the rest are at 5%. Oh, that's weird. Why? And then so that made that 60. I'm confused. All right, so let's go back to so I'm not getting, okay, so now I have in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and they're all 11%, of course. So, I don't know. I had figured it out before. So what if I just put 1? I don't know. Okay, sorry, I'm gonna have to figure it out. There it is, though. It's on there now, and it's the same as the rest. What if I put 2? I want to figure this out so I can tell you. So a weight of 2. Yeah, okay, a weight of 2 makes it 20%. So they were all weighted at 11%. If I put in 2, it weights it at 20 and the rest at 10. See, like that. And then if I save, you'll see it's just a little bigger. So it's more likely to come up. But I don't think for this I want to weight it anyway. So I'm just going to put it back to what it was. Okay. Yeah. Okay. And I'm going to spin this at the end and we'll decide what my first new start's going to be. Besides those ones I have to start. Okay. Oh, this one I got and I kitted up and I thought I started it, but I actually never did. It is Welcome to the North Pole. Adelaide Stitches. This is one of the things she's stitching on. That's what reminded me. I'm like, I have that. And I think I started it, but I kitted it. I did not start it. But I do have the called for floss. I think I got the kit or whatever. And I had it kitted up with this pretty brown neutral fabric, which I don't think I have a name on. It looks like a Fiber on a Whim, but it also almost looks like, oh, I can't remember, a picture this plus color. But anyway, it's just a pretty neutral. So that's, it might be, is it the call for? Theirs is probably taupe. Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't say in here. Oh no, light taupe. Yeah, it's not that. It's a hand dyed. So there's either that, or I was thinking it'd be pretty on a blue. So this is 36 count Ocean Air. So I could do it on a 36 count and it would be smaller. So what do you think? This actually might be 36 count too. I think I wanted it to be smaller because I do not have a lot of wall space in my house. So for things I'm going to frame, I'm going to try to start making them smaller. But what do you think? Neutral or blue? They're both really pretty. I'm leaning, of course, towards the blue, but let me know what you think. They're both gorgeous, though. And I mean, the colors really pop on the neutral, too. But it's just a little softer on the blue. I don't know. Fun decisions. Okay, this one is one of those Mad for Plat bags, which I finally finished my winter one. I'll show you that later, the winter Mad for Plat bag I was stitching. I just need to get the buttons. So this is also from the Jingle Ball last year, and I love it. It is Tiny Modernist Magic of Christmas. And I never had that color fabric, or I would have started it right away. So I decided this year I am starting it. So I have kitted it up. And my quilt shop also had this, at least a color that's very similar. This is 32 count Azure Blue. What is this called for? This was Witchelt, Riviera Aqua, which I don't like Witchelt. So there's that. And I'm just not sure about the blues on this, actually, now that I'm looking at it. These blues on it. Let me take it out of the bag. I might change. I'm going to use this fabric, I think. I just might change. If these blues don't look good with it, I'll just tweak them a little bit. It's the greeny color. So let me see where that's being used. Like on here, it looks really Kelly green. But on here, well, it might not be. I don't have the chart printed out, so I don't know. I have this in Markup XP. I might just change the little teals a little bit. Okay. So here's kind of what it looks like on there. Yeah, it's just that teal right there that I'm not sure about. Which is not actually the leaves. It looks like it's just the veining for in here, I think maybe. So we'll see. So I think I'm going to do it on this fabric, but if I need to change that one, I will. So that will be a fun new start. I think, who did this? Someone finished this. Helen D, I think she finished this. Started it last year, right when it came out, and finished it this year. Oh, and Tiny Modernist had a big sale, like everybody did for Black Friday. So there was one of her big projects that I really wanted that I bought. So let's see if you can guess what it is. I'll show you in my next floss tube actually what it was. But it's a huge project that I have wanted for a long time because I keep seeing people show it. Samantha, the Hugo Stitcher, showed it, and Julie, Kansas City girl in the Colorado world, has started it. See if you can guess. Okay. Then, oh, is this the one I'm super excited? I think both the ones. So I have both these Lori Holt Christmas bags that always hold stuff that I'm super excited about. These are from Starry Owl Stitchery, which I have not bought from in a while, but I have a lot of her bags. She has new reindeer ones up today, Sunday, November 30th. So if you're watching this today, well, you wouldn't be watching it tomorrow, and they're probably gone, so sorry. Okay, this is Holiday House by Satsuma Street, and all 6 parts are out, and it's huge, and it's going to take forever, but I love it, so I'm starting it. So I have it kitted up. I'm going to use this Fortnite Fabrics Dazzling that I got, this huge yard that I thought was a different, like a much darker color, and I was thinking of using it for my Hawkron Halloween. Well, obviously, it is not Hawkron Halloween-y, but it would be good for Joan Elliott, and it'll be good for this. It's got all that purple modeling. Oh yeah, you know what? It's 28 count. I'm realizing a lot of Joan Elliott's are in 28 count. Oh no. No, I lied. This is 18 count Ada. So it's like 36 count. Oh, okay. All right, so But I still could do a Joan Elliott on that. I just couldn't do Mira because you have to have 32 count for the beads, I guess. Okay, so that's my fabric. And I have all the called for, which I need to put in floss away bags or on thread drops, but here it all is. It's just a mess in there, but such fun, pretty colors. I just dropped it, hopefully. I just dropped that one. And then there's a little bit of White Whisper for the snow. So I'm super excited to start that. I don't know where I want to start because I thought now that I have all 6 parts, I could start up the top. And I have such a big fabric, I could just make sure that I leave enough, like a large amount of margin. So we'll see. I would not be unhappy if that was the first one to come up on my wheel. Okay, my other bag. Oh, okay. So this is, so I started the Thanksgiving fairy. This is, what's her name? Holly, the Christmas fairy. And I have her all kitted up. But I have to decide. So she's on antique white. So I think I'll probably do that. But I pulled a couple different ones. So I don't think this is antique white, but it's white and it would be pretty. Gorgeous. And I have a lot of white in my house. But then I also have a lot of gray. So I pulled this one. This is 36 count Nor'easter, which is such a pretty mottled fabric. I love this gray. Nor'easter by Legacy Fiber Arts. So that's an option. What do you think? I guess it's kind of hard to see. Should I take the floss out? Let me see. Dropping stuff in this bag to be lost forever. Oh, I dropped the beads in there. Okay. Let me line these up. It's such pretty colors. I love all the pinks. And there's even a little aqua blue in there for her wings. I just love it. Okay. I love pinks and pinky reds more than red. Okay, so there's on the gray. There we go. So gray or white. I think the gray is kind of interesting. And it would look good in my family room. I don't know, I kind of like the gray. And then I also pulled out, but I don't think I'm going to use this. It's Smoky Pearl, 32 count Smoky Pearl. That might be, that would be pretty too. Oh, I'm leaning towards the gray. Okay, so we shall see. If you have an opinion, let me know what you think I should start it on. Oh, there's my beads. Okay, good. So I would get to that part, I'd be like, I knew I had beads. Where are they? This one I am super excited about. It's just a bag I got out of Etsy. I don't think there's a name on it. It's a little floppier than I like, but I need bags, so it's okay. It works. Okay, so this is what started my, well, actually the Time Traveler I think was the first Joan Elliott I ever got. And I just had her in my stash and I was like, I don't know, I like her, but I'm not sure. And then after I started watching Samantha, the Hugo Stitcher, she showed this one and I was like, oh yeah, I couldn't stop thinking about it. And then I went and looked at all her other ones and then I was hooked. So this is Santa's Gifts. And I am doing it on what Samantha was doing hers on. I don't know if that's the called for. I don't think it is. I think the called for, or do they even tell you a called for? Is from Pole Stitches Lightning Strike, which I did order some of their fabric because they kind of, they have all her charts in their shop on Etsy and they're from England, but then they have all kinds of hand-dyed fabric too. So a lot of her stuff is on their fabric and their fabric's gorgeous. So I ordered some and it said it already shipped. So we'll see how quick it gets here. But this is what Samantha was using, and I really love this blue, of course. It's Dwarf Lugana by Picture This Plus. And when I watched her video about it, I was like, oh, I ran right over to 123 Stitch, and I was shocked they had it, because usually when I do that, it's out of stock. So it's what do they call it? I'm not going to call him. So here we go. Crystal. That's what they call a sparkle. Crystal. That's what the other one I was doing that Lizzie Kate on too. It's Crystal. So pretty. I just love it. And then I'm just going to leave the flosses in the bag because you can see them. There's a little bit of beads, and here are the flosses. Because I'll just make a mess of trying to hold them all. So I think that's going to be gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous. So I'm super, super, super excited. And I have another Joan Elliott that I think I'm going to start on the first day of winter. She's so cool. I will show you in my next floss tube. I can't remember the name of her, but she stitched on this dark grayish purple mottled fabric, which I ordered some from Etsy that looks similar. So we'll see when it gets here. And she's like all purples and teals, and she's got little Arctic animals around her, and one is a wolf. She's super cool. So I can't wait to start her as well. I'm gonna have like all the Joan. I think the time traveler I might start on January 1st. So yes, I am insane, but it's a hobby and it's fun and it's okay. Okay, and then for my gingerbread stitching, I have this cute little bag from a Pepper Pot Shop on Etsy. And this one I kitted up last year. Actually, I don't have it. Yeah, I do. I have it kitted up, but I just never started it. It's There's No Place Like Home for the holidays. There's the floss. And then I'm going to use this pretty teal, and this will go because I do gingerbread in my kitchen. This is Weeks Dye Works 32 count sea foam. So I think that'll be so pretty on there. So yeah, I think Happy Little Stitch Shop did this as a stitch along, I think. I think that's why I stitched it up, or how I saw it in the first place. And then I also have in here, I would like to do gingerbread kisses and Christmas wishes. I think I would change the colors, but to my more Christmassy colors. But I wouldn't think that would take long. So those are the two gingerbread I would like to get that. I have so many gingerbread. I really need to stitch gingerbread all year to try to get some of these done. Which I think I might do that. Maybe on my Christmas stitching day, I'll like have one Christmas stitch and then I'll have a gingerbread stitch. I love making plans. Sticking to them is a total other story, but making them I love. Okay. This does not all even fit in this bag. Let's see here. How many more do I have to do? That one's done. I'm going to pull all the ones that are left out. Here's what's left. So we're getting towards the end, which is good because it's 12:22. Okay. Oh, this one's so pretty. And I never started it. And I think about it every year. And I really want to start it. This is an older stitch along from the Historical Sampler Company called Winter Wonderland, another Winter Wonderland. Do you remember this one? I had gotten the kit, and then I think I traded the green fabric for a green I liked better. But I think about this every year. I want to do it. So instead of buying their new one for this year, I'm going to pull out this one and start it. I'm going to do it on 36 count sampler green. I love this green. It matches my chair, a little lighter version. So pretty. And I did get the kit, so it came with the floss. I just traded out. I don't remember. It did come with the green fabric, but I just didn't like it as well. So there's the floss. That's so pretty. Oh, I just love those colors. So I'm excited to start that one. Alrighty. I don't even know where I got this pattern. I love this. I think it might have, I don't know. Every year I think about this one too, and I've never started it. It's probably from, not 123 Stitch, but Everything Cross Stitch, I think. I've gotten some from there, and they have a lot of Imaginating. This is Imaginating Christmas Morning. I just love the Santa and Mrs. Claus. He's so cute. So, you know what I'm thinking. Whatever I don't do the Christmas rules, the Primrose one, what was that called? Here? No, it's on here. I don't know where it is, but you know how I have the brown and the blue? I think whatever one I don't do that on, I'll do this on, the other one. Because this would look good on brown or blue. Ooh, but I did pull some fabric. What do I have here? Okay, I have 36 count rustic drab, which is similar, so we'll see. And flosses are all pulled. They're all DMC. They are not organized yet, but there we go. Those golds might be a little close, so blue actually might be nice. I hadn't thought about that before, but I really like the idea of the blue. I don't know, what do you think? These little colors. I do a horrible job of showing these colors. Okay, like that. There are some blues, but they're dark enough that they would show up on blue. Or should I stick with the rustic drab? There's going to be lots of surprises for me and you once I decide all these things. All right, oh. There's 2 projects in here too that I kitted up years ago that I just love. I will do these someday. Glitter House Village. Oops. Glitter House Village. So I have the whole set here from Fat Quarter Shop. You can get the whole set once it's out. And the floss for it. And I have 2 fabrics. One is, I don't know, some sparkly fabric. I think the called for, whatever the called for is. And then I have Witch Out Raw Opalescent. And I have the Nutcracker Village set. And I'm sure you've seen these, so I won't go through and show you every one, but I also have the floss packs for that. So I have everything I need to start these. Where is it? Somewhere here. Oh, I have it in there. Okay. Pretty. So I would love to start those. Oh, that fabric is 32 count. Yeah, raw silver. That was the other one. I know that Nutcracker one Greta will want, but I really want that one too. So. Greta needs to start cross stitching. That's never going to happen, but oh, it would be wonderful if it did. Or Ellie. Ellie wants to learn to sew now, so I'm excited about that. She comes in now and looks at all my quilt fabric, and she's really into it. She wants to make pillows and stuff, so that's actually one of her Christmas presents is a day I'm going to teach her to sew. I'm going to give her my old Juki. So that's fun. So there's hope. Okay, 3 more. So this one I actually did start. This would be a restart. So Dasher and Dancer, I had started with a blue, and then I just never was sure if I wanted blue, and then I decided no, I wanted a Christmas color. So I'm torn on what Christmas color to do. So this is on a 36 count. I think it's a piece of antique lace. And so here I got a lot done, but I just don't want the blue. I love the blue, but just for Christmas, I want red or green, I decided. So I'm starting on the other side. So I started with a DMC green. And I started the front and the back. Okay, well, that doesn't really matter, but anyway. So that is $4.70. It's similar to, I had first pulled out this Imperial Green, Vicky Clayton. But there's so much floss for this one that I thought I really should just use DMC because then I wouldn't have to worry about ordering it and get more. I could just run and get some DMC. And I mean, silk is great, but in the end, it doesn't look that different. But then I'm like, where do I want it on red? This is another one where I'm really indecisive. Do I want it on red? Do I want it on green? I just don't know. I don't know. I'm leaning towards the green. I should probably just stick to the green and just work on it. This was my 25th day stitch until I stopped because I didn't know what to do. So I got to make a decision, red or green, and get that restarted. Okay. And, okay, this one is a stitch along from years ago. Obviously, the whole chart is out now. It's another Tiny Modernist. It came upon a midnight clear. And this is just a picture of part 1. But it kind of shows you, all of it. And you can get the whole thing now. The fabric I had in here I took out because it was a really hard, crunchy fabric. I didn't like it. But here are the called for flosses. That minty green is what kind of attracted me. I like that. But I have to pick a fabric for it. So I don't have that in here yet. Some kind of beige, I think, is what I would use for that. And last but not least, and I've been seeing this one finished a lot lately. It's made me want to stitch on it or get it started. And Heaven and Earth Sing. Yeah. Because we have so many reindeer and so many cardinals in our backyard. White-tailed deers. And I think I kitted this up long ago when I went to Country Sampler. This is 36 count flannel flower. That's a pretty big piece too. And the called for flosses. Really pretty. So I am so excited for all of these starts, and that is my last one. So if you've made it this long, thank you so much. Give me a little heart down in the, I would love to know who makes it this long. Give me a little heart down in the comments and tell me what fabrics I should use for all these different ones. Okay, so that is all. That is plenty for today. So I will be back either tomorrow or this Saturday. So we got to think, am I going to do it every day? Am I going to do it? I think we're probably down to either every other day or once a week. I think every day is just going to be too much. So I'm not sure. I got to make that decision here quick. But I'll be back soon. And I'll show you what stitching I got done. Oh, let's pick what I'm going to stitch on first. Okay. So we're going to go to my Tiny Decisions wheel. So let's pick the WIP first. So I'm going to stitch on the Blueberry Ridge. I'm going to stitch on the Tingles. And I'm going to stitch on the ornament for my daughter and the one for my husband. So those all I have to stitch on a little bit every day. And then whatever Christmas WIP. So I think you just click the center. Yeah, click the center. And let's see what's it's hopping on. Gathering the greens. Okay, one I haven't worked on in ages. So I will work on gathering the greens tonight and tomorrow, and I'll come back. Well, whenever I come back, I'll show you what I got done. So that'll be my WIP for the next couple days. I think I am going to do it at least every other day, because otherwise the whole wheel thing's not going to work. So I think I will do that. But okay, so gathering the greens, and then let's go to my new start, which is what I'm really excited about. All right, what is it? Ah, Santa's gifts. Yes. That's awesome. Okay, so I'm going to work on gathering the greens, and I'm going to start Santa's gifts. This is fun. I like the wheel. Thank you to Adelaide Stitches. I don't think she watches me, but thank you for this idea. This is fun. All right, so I'm going to stitch on those for the next couple days. Maybe I'll be back in a day. Maybe I'll be back in 2 days. I have a feeling I'm going to pick between those because it'll just be more fun with the wheel, and you'll get to see the little bit I got done at night for that. Is there anything else? I think that's it. I hope you are all ready or getting ready for Christmas. Most of my shopping's done. I have a little bit more to do for the girls. My husband and I break it up, so he buys for the boys, I buy for the girls, and I obviously got his, but I got his done, so that's good. I got all his presents bought. We might go antiquing today. I want to just get more of the house together, like more of the Christmas decorations done. I'm done with a lot. I got a lot more done Friday and yesterday than I thought I would, so that's good. I need to do my sewing room. So I just have the trees sitting there, but I need to floof it, and I need to finish the ornaments and put those on. Let me know if you'd be interested in a video about that, but I think that might be one of my Flossmas videos. So that, and yeah, and then I go back to school tomorrow. So I've had this whole week off, but I had oral surgery last Monday. So I was actually going to do this video in the middle of last week and then do my first Flossmas one, tomorrow. But I had to wait. This was a lot more swollen and painful than I anticipated. It looked like I had a golf ball in my mouth for the first 3 days. It was really sore. Today, I can still kind of feel it, but I haven't had to take any pain medication today. But it took a good 4 or 5 days to not have to do that and to feel better and for the swelling to go down and everything. So, but I think this will be fun. So this will be my first one, and then we're off and running, and I'll just share my progress with you throughout the month. So I hope you have a great December, and I'll see you soon. Bye.